Hi guys, sorry I can't be with you today, but I have a really fun project planned for you. You're just gonna need to make sure you follow along with the video, pay attention, and do your best. So the materials that you're gonna need today, you should have a white sheet of paper, get a pencil and an eraser out of your bin. You will need a Sharpie, so if you sit at the end of the table, grab the Sharpie out of the Sharpie bin and take one Sharpie past the bin down, and you will need your crayons in a little bit. So this project is called Name Design. You're going to be using your name to create an abstract artwork. So before we get started, at the bottom left-hand side of your paper, I want you to write your name and class code. Okay, so write your name and class code at the bottom, and then go ahead and flip your paper over so it's a nice clean front. Okay, so normally I tell you which way your paper needs to go. It does not matter. You can turn it vertical or horizontal. It is completely up to you. Okay, since it's called Name Design, you're going to be using your first and your last name. Kindergarten, if you don't know your last name, it's okay. Just use your first name, but if you do know it, I want you to use it. And first and second grade, first and last name, guys. Okay, so what do you need to do with it? You are going to write the letters of your name different ways on your paper. So for example, my first name is Nicole. Doesn't matter which way, I'm going to start with my N, and I'm going to start it right here. Notice I'm doing this in pencil first. Notice how my N touches the corner of the paper, okay? And then I'm going to turn my paper. I think I'm going to write my I over here. Then I'm going to keep going. Just turning my paper. Some letters are big, some are a little smaller. There's my L. Here is my okay. So right now, you need to be writing your first name on your paper. Don't just write it straight in a line. That's not interesting. You need to write it in write the letters different places on your paper. Okay, now I'm going to add my last name. I'm going to try to have the letters touch each other a little bit to go ahead and fill up the space. Not overlap, but touch. Okay, so my L's over there. Linscomb starts with an L, so I think I'm going to do it over this way. And I think I'm going to have my L start at the O and come touch the C over here. So there's my L. I have another I. I think I'm going to make this one lowercase. We'll put it over here. Let's go and make it curved. L-I, I need another N. Notice I'm doing some lowercase letters now. Let's see that S. I think with the S over here. Nice and big. Touching. I have another C. Let's make this C. We'll make this C go this way. Notice I'm turning my paper. There it is, C. Another O. Man, I didn't realize how many letters repeated themselves. Got an M. I'm going to do the M in this empty space right here. All right, M, and then I have a B. I think I'm gonna go for the B. Nice big B. All right. So, I know that took me a minute to do it, but I wanted you to see how you need to turn your paper vertical, horizontal, diagonal. Turn your paper so you can write your letters going different ways. If you haven't done it, you need to do it now. All right, so there is the start of mine, it says Nicole Linscomb. It is in pencil. So now I'm going to take my Sharpie and I'm going to trace over those pencil lines with the Sharpie. Make sure you stay on top of the pencil lines. Do not rush. And if you misuse the Sharpie in any way, your sub will be taking it and you will not be allowed to use it again. Okay, so everything is now outlined with the Sharpie, but y'all know right here, I tried to make it a little bigger in certain areas, so I need to use my eraser, and you need to now erase any pencil lines that you still see. Okay, so now using my Sharpie, inside each section, I'm going to create a pattern. Remember, a pattern is a repeated line, shape, or color. You're going to do this with your Sharpie. Watch and see. All right, so inside the area, you're just going to create a pattern. Notice here, I'm using a straight line and going right inside that one section that the M created. And I'm going to make a pattern. Very simple. From one side to the other part of that shape. And notice how whenever it gets right there, I stop. Okay, I'm going to turn my paper, and in this section right here, I'm going to do some dots. Notice it's just small circles or big circles. And yes, you may color in the small shapes with your Sharpie. Take your time, don't rush, and you just fill up that whole section with the same pattern, which is a colored in circle. All right, I'm going wavy line for this section right here. This is a bigger section, so I'm going to take my time. And yes, I have to continue. I'm going to go ahead and have that go there, because there's no real stopping point in this section. So all the way down is going to be that wavy line. All right, next one, I think I'm going to do some vertical lines. Remember, if there's an area and it can stop, you need to stop it. But right here, that kind of continues, so we're just going to make it go. What I'm talking about is right here, where the big one is, that's where that needs to stop. And it stops right up here. Do some spiral lines over here. These I'm not going to close. Just going to be different size spirals all throughout this section. Some big ones, some small ones. Just enough to kind of fill it up. And we'll add one little bitty one right there. All right, so hopefully by now you get the gist. You're adding patterns inside the sections. I'm gonna go ahead and finish mine up. I'll take some little pictures for you to see, but you need to go ahead and do yours. Remember, you could use vertical, horizontal, diagonal, wavy, zigzag, broken, spiral, dotted. You can use castle line, you can use a curly line, you can repeat triangles, squares, rectangles, any of that to go ahead and fill in those sections with a pattern. Zigzag line, curly line. We're going to do a curved line here, just following the line that we made with that O, because a curved line is a type of line. And just finish it all the way off. Diagonal line going in this area right here. Just a few more sections left. Make sure you're taking your time and you have a different pattern in each one. Wavy like the ocean line. Making a broken line right here, and I'm just kind of staggering a little bit. You could also make them into little rectangles and color them in if you wanted, but I'm just going to make it a nice thin line. I'm doing tiny dots, kind of like a dotted line in this section, but notice when I do this, I'm not chicken pegging. It is very slow, nice little bitty dots, not pressing hard, so you're totally able to do that for dotted if you want. Yay! Okay, every area has a different pattern in it, so now we're going to go ahead and color it in. You are going to use the crayons in your bin to color it in. Remember, you need to stay inside the section. So, if you're going to color here, you stop around that line, and this is all going to be a different one color. This right here should be a different color because it's a different pattern, okay? Notice where my wavy line is. I am only coloring in that section. Yes, I'm skipping a little area because I'm going to come back and color that yellow here in a minute, making that a pattern as well. But notice I'm using the crayons. I'm following the wavy lines that I created, and I am making a pattern. All right, notice I'm going back with that yellow, filling it in. Doesn't matter what color you want to do your stuff, just make sure you stay inside the lines and use a variety of color. We want this to be super, super colorful when we're done. All right, I get my next color, and notice I'm in the spiral section. I'm going to take my time, and I'm just going to make this my all purple section. Don't go outside the lines. Make sure you stay in that area, and you can use whatever colors you want to color this in. All right, keep going till your whole page is colored in. This should take you most of class. If not, the sub does have some coloring sheets for you to do. Your name and class code needs to go on the back of those. At the end of class, your artwork is going to go on the table where it says artwork. Y'all know how to do this. Make sure you clean up the right way. You will then line up at the back of the room when your sub tells you to. Please follow directions. Use your manners. I can't wait to see how these turn out. We started with our name, and now we have something awesome. So I cannot wait to see yours whenever I come back. You're getting a grade on this, on effort. So please make sure you do your work. Can't wait to see you guys. Love you. Be good. I'll give you token economy, classroom money whenever I get back. See y'all soon.